Hello folks, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In this video, we will be discussing a current affair topic presented to you by a faculty, Sushma KP. So what is the topic that we will be looking into today? Can BNP's Tarique Rahman protect Hindus in Bangladesh? Why exactly are we looking at this topic? See, first and foremost, after the oustal of former Prime Minister of Bangladesh Sheikh Hasina in 2024 August by his massive student-led protest and Sheikh Hasina fleeing Bangladesh and taking refuge in India has led into a deep political turmoil in Bangladesh. Now, aftermath of that and with regard to minorities is what we will be decoding in today's video. Now, if you're someone who wants to know about your local news, national news, international news, then subscribe to Legacy IAS Academy channel. Why? We provide deep insights into the topic. Now coming back into the issue. Okay, like I mentioned, your Bangladesh went into student protest. After that, there was serious amount of your instability or lack of stability which was observed in Bangladesh. Aftermath of oustal of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, an interim government was set up, which was headed by Muhammad Yunus. Now, Muhammad Yunus had two objectives. One was to see for the constitutional aspects, institutional strength, and second main thing was to conduct elections in the country. Understanding? Now, with February 12, 2026 conducting of elections, the result has come out. In that, a particular party by the name BNP, Bangladesh Nationalist Party, which is headed by or the chairman Tarique Rahman, the son of your former Bangladesh Prime Minister Khaleda Zia, has led his party to the victory. Now all this is fine. Where is this Hindus or the minority question coming in? See, what happened was, after the exit or oustal of your Bangladesh former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, there was a huge attack on the minorities in Bangladesh. Who are these minorities? Your Hindus, Buddhists, Christians, that is the non-Muslims. So attack on them became higher. Why? See, the party of Sheikh Hasina, that is Awami League, was largely towards stance of pro-India and it kept Bangladesh at an arm's length distance. Understanding? So, your minority Hindus were seen as more of someone getting associated with Awami League or pro-Awami League. Understanding? So there was lot of violent clashes, blasphemy allegations. What is blasphemy allegations? Which means someone being insensitive to a particular religion. Understanding? Attacks on these minorities, right, on the places they reside. Rapes, murders, lot of human violence started happening. Now with the coming of Tarique Rahman or your Bangladesh Nationalist Party, is there really hope for these minorities? Understanding? This is the point of question. Now when your BNP secured victory, Tarique Rahman, one of the first leaders to congratulate on this win was also Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In this, one of the issues that we will see with respect to India and Bangladesh is one of the aspects of each other are they are not seeing eye to eye. Bangladesh is not seeing eye to eye with India over the fact that they are constantly asking for extradition of your former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, and India is raising concerns about a lot of attacks on Hindus in Bangladesh or their minorities. Now the question comes is there really relief for your Hindus in Bangladesh? If you see, we have to look at the history of your BNP. Second thing is, we also have to see the demography of what percentage of these minorities contribute your Hindus. So your Hindus are the biggest of the minorities which are there. They contribute around 7 to 8% of the population, and they are largely in your border districts. Now if you see the recent violent trends, how it is happening in Bangladesh means more than 2000 plus communal triggers and incidents, killings, lynchings, sexual violence cases, temple vandalism, arson on your Hindu homes, all this has been on a rise. Again, why? Because of political factors. Whenever a political vacuum gets created, understanding it becomes more of a trigger for the communal violence, especially when you start associating parties with particular section of people. So here the rise of Islamist group also saw your Hindus as pro-Awami League. So the anger on that got converted here. They were seen as an electoral bloc. Now, has the track record of your BNP been very good with respect to Hindus if you see? In fact, when your BNP was having its rule from 2001 to 2006, it was one of the worst phase for your Hindu minorities. Because at this point of time there were a lot of allegations about anti-Hindu violence post the elections, and also alliance with your Jamaat-e-Islami further worsened the scenarios, and land grabbing allegations were also there. If so much was there in its previous historic term, then what do you think is going to change in this particular term? The answer lies in the way the political party was. Back then your BNP was having a coalition, or they were teaming up with Jamaat-e-Islami. But now in the present, irrespective of Jamaat-e-Islami, your BNP has secured a major victory. Understanding? That is first thing. Second thing, during the elections, what we observed was both your BNP and Jamaat-e-Islami were targeting at Hindu voters. Now here, even though both of them were targeting at Hindu voters, your Hindu minorities in Bangladesh were voting more towards BNP than your Jamaat-e-Islami. So even your Hindus here of minorities in Bangladesh are seeing it more like a cautious optimism or a cautious hope. They do not want to put all their chips in one card, and they have to wait and see if this was because of the coalition with Jamaat-e-Islami, or is it innately like that. Understanding? So this is where cautiously they are also waiting. What is different this time? Again, Jamaat contested separately, Jamaat-e-Islami, and also significant political rivalry between both these parties were visible during the election campaigning. And this reduces the pressure of BNP as being collated with your Jamaat-e-Islami. So this is a wait and watch moment for the Hindu minorities, which is why they have picked BNP over Jamaat-e-Islami. Now, Tarique Rahman's public positioning, especially in your rallies, has been quite vocal on this, where he has claimed that Bangladesh is for all the communities. All the communities as in your Hindus, Buddhists, Christians, all the minorities together comprise of and form your Bangladesh. And he has also further said that he has given a call for the administration that in case of communal violence, you should maintain your calm and peace. Understanding? So he has spoken more about your inclusive nationalism. Now, if you see, when exactly did this Hindu minority attacks become larger? Largely you can relate it to post the killing of your Islamist leader Sharif Osman Hadi in 18th December 2025. After that, what happens? This triggered communal tension, and also largely your retaliatory messages were circulated. Post that, there was a huge mass lynching of Deepu Chandra Das, who was a 27-year-old garment worker, Hindu, who was a resident in your northern Bangladesh. Now what happened in this mob lynching, or in this case, remember in the starting I spoke to you about your blasphemy allegations. okay, being disrespectful of one's particular religion. So what your mobs did was they accused him of your blasphemy violations, tied his hands, legs, and then very brutally lynched him. And this was filmed and circulated online, which instilled fear among your minority sections, especially your Hindus. One thing about your mob mentality is this leads to immediate trigger, and also they claim that as if there is a justification for mob lynching, and this is used as a tool for communal targeting. Here the process of your due process of law gets bypassed. Understanding? So what effect did it have on your Hindu community? Psychologically it was shaken up. The fear started spreading around, insecurity increased so much so that people thought that okay, then it is done for them, they have to leave this place. Migration fear started increasing. Now the law and order dimension, if you see, there was huge amount of mob vigilantism, weak policing response, and also the circulation of widening, okay, this mob lynching activities, violence videos started gathering more and more fear. This shows the gaps with regarding to the state. Now what happens is your party level assurance, like we told, your Hindu minorities have been cautious with regarding to hoping of your protection of minorities under BNP. There are certain leaders who have, for example, your BNP leaders such as Mohammad Fazlur Rahman, who is from Kishorganj constituency, has showcased that he has been trained in Meghalaya during your liberation, also a freedom fighter, and also shows that if Bangladesh is a body, Hindu and Muslim are arms of it, and he has also claimed that Hindu minorities to not leave their country and go. Understanding? So he is more of giving an interfaith coexistence. It is symbolic, but it still has political relevance. Understanding? So the solution to this is like your minority Hindus are being, it has to be a cautious watch. We have to wait and see what will the history repeat itself or a new track of coexistence of interfaith religions hold. Understanding? With this we come to the end of the content. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, share it along with your friends. Thank you.